Yes, guys, breaking news in the last couple of hours. Chelsea have submitted an official bid to Borussia Dortmund of just over 35 million euros with a 7-year contract offered to Jamie Baino Gittins. Gittins is a good player. I think he's an explosive player that fits the way that Enzo Maresca would like his winger to be on that left touchline. He's very different, almost the antithesis, you could say, to a Jadon Sancho. I would say, though, that Chelsea, we need to sign 2 players over on that left-hand side. Will it be Gittins as an outright left winger with a more sort of number 10 half-space hybrid kind of player? I absolutely love Morgan Rogers. I would love to see Chelsea go for Rogers this summer. But Jamie Gittins, let me know your thoughts on this one. There was a lot of talk about Nico Williams, Rodrigo, these kind of elite level players that you probably have to spend a lot of money on the wages, which is probably why Chelsea aren't going for them. I'd still like to see it, though. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Then we get into the real news. Jamie Baino Gittins, Chelsea submitted an initial bid for 35 million euros in the last 2 hours. No agreement with Dortmund, but the deal is on. Personal terms were agreed, and City do have a selling clause. And other stuff included, stuff like Dortmund are keen to sell him. It was basically coming out one after another. Right when we saw this initial bid, it was basically talking about how they wanted to get rid of him. Then out came out saying that Gittins was keen to a move and only wants the move to Chelsea. No other teams. Then it came out saying that Chelsea are hoping to make the deal for Gittins fully completed by Tuesday's deadline. I'm guessing that's the registration deadline, or it's this transfer deadline that they have before they have to go into America for the Club World Cup. That starts, I think, on the Monday. They play on the 16th versus, I think, the Tunisian team, as they wanted to play in the Club World Cup, which makes complete sense. Maresca has already said that he wants as many players in so he can judge them and get a grasp of them and wants to work with them before the season starts and probably before the Club World Cup starts. Since it's such a major tournament, he wants to give as many guys to go as possible. This was obviously because Borussia Dortmund rejected the opening bid that Chelsea have given out for 35 million euros. It has said from multiple reports that they want upper 40 million. I think it's going to be completed with add-ons included, and that's what they don't have. Chelsea are set to include add-ons as part of negotiations. Now, I've already given my thoughts on Jamie Baino Gittins a few times, saying I love the way he attacks his man. He takes on his man more than basically almost anyone else in Europe. His step-overs are absolutely incredible. Obviously, what he does is say, when you're playing one-on-one against him, it's basically you're not going to win. You're not going to win. He wins it almost every time in Germany. You need to always help this guy out. The way he cuts inside with the ball is great. And his finishing is absolutely spectacular for a winger as well. The way he finishes his chances was great this season. It's been actually spectacular. But to spend this kind of money, it's a high fee. It's a young player who's only really had one productive season. Of course, Chelsea have done this before. We did it with Cole Palmer. We've done it with even the guys like Lavia, who only had one productive season with Southampton. I mean, you've done it with only a few guys. It's happened multiple times. It's going to happen again. This deal is 100% completed, in my opinion. It's not yet certain. It's not yet given a fee yet, but the personal terms are done. The player wants the move. It's guaranteed. I think this one will happen either tomorrow or on Monday. I have a feeling that we'll get this one done by the deadline of the transfer window, the Club World Cup transfer window, very soon.
This has just come in right now. Chelsea and Jamie Gittins have just reached an agreement for a 7-year contract. And all that's left is now for Chelsea and Dortmund to reach an agreement for how much Dortmund want to sell him. And it's looked like we're getting closer and closer to this guy joining Chelsea next season. And this one here is also another great pickup for Chelsea. With Chelsea building a young squad, this guy's only 20 years old. This guy matches the personality that Chelsea needs as a left winger. Already having experience in the Bundesliga and now the Champions League. With Chelsea returning to the Champions League next season, we need players like him, who are young but they've also played in the highest level of football. For me, he has the potential to be a very important piece for Chelsea's future.
Chelsea are about to get their left winger signing through the door. Let's get into this. So breaking news, personal terms have been agreed for Gittins on a 7-year contract. Negotiations are ongoing between Chelsea and Dortmund, as quoted from Fabrice Hawkins. But Jamie Gittins looks to be on his way to Chelsea from Borussia Dortmund. This will be our left winger signing. Now, is he my first choice? No, but when you really think about it, you've got to think about how many left wingers are actually there and available. You've got Nico Williams, who looks like he wants to stay in Spain, and his wage, even if he was to leave, his wages are going to be ridiculous. The same reason we didn't go in for Osman. Rodrigo, I don't think he's going to leave Real Madrid as much as it's coming out. I think he wants to stay in Madrid as well. And then Rafael Leao, no one knows what's going on there. Obviously, we did have Jadon Sancho, but the wages were too high, so we sent him back. Again, that's a similar situation to Nico Williams. But Jamie Gittins is coming through the door. Now, a lot of Chelsea fans would be frustrated because it seems like another young player that we hope is going to turn out good in the next couple of seasons. That's going to need developing. And I hear that, and to be honest, I kind of agree with it. But let's see how he does, man. I haven't watched an awful lot of him, so I've heard he's like a fast, kind of like dynamic player. But we'll see.
I have been waiting for some transfer news, some transfer dopamine before the Club World Cup. I was expecting Chelsea to make some moves, maybe Mainan Ekateke, or even this man, Jamie Baino Gittins. Chelsea have bid for him. €35 million, £30 million for the Borussia Dortmund winger. And Chelsea's love story with Manchester City Academy graduates just continues. Joe Shield absolutely loves signing these former Manchester City Academy players, Jamie Baino Gittins being another one. Add-ons will be key, apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano. Will this be enough to get the deal over the line? I'm not sure. But he seems to be our main target for that left wing position. And he's actually quite a bright football player. I'll be so happy with this signing. Really skillful. Good at dribbling. He's got a really good eye for the goal. I think he's actually quite a good finisher in front of the goal. From what I've seen of Jamie Baino Gittins, he can strike a ball well. He's actually got a good finishing rate. I'd prefer him to someone like Alejandro Garnacho any day of the week. He's young, he's talented. And I've waited all day to see some transfer news. And we finally got some for this man, Jamie Baino Gittins.
35 million euros was rejected by Borussia Dortmund. Latest bid by Chelsea was rejected. And I know many people will want to know what happened next. Is Chelsea finally pulling out from the deal? The answer is no. Remember, Chelsea 100% has gotten a personal agreement with player. The only thing remaining right now is for Chelsea and Dortmund to sort things out. Dortmund is saying that 35 million euros is way too low for Jamie Gittins. They are asking for more. Remember, Dortmund is making it clear Man City have 10% on, Jamie Gittins' sales. So they are doing everything possible to make sure that they are 100% on the side of profit, even when 10% will go to Manchester City. Now, Chelsea is going to return, but Chelsea is going to add lots of add-ons to make it up. Hopefully, Borussia Dortmund will say yes. Remember, in my past video, I said the add-on will determine the way forward for this deal. And Chelsea 100% want to sign Jamie Gittins. Jamie Gittins 100% want to sign Chelsea, but Borussia Dortmund is holding their ground. They want to recoup on the player, and they are saying they want to make 100% profit on the young talent. So that 5 million euros is not something that they are looking at. Remember, I said now that Chelsea, however, is coming back with an improved offer. Basically, putting in lots of add-on. Maybe Dortmund will say yes. Again, I asked in my past video, is Jamie Gittins the player that will do better for us from that flank? Will he do better from that flank, from that left flank? You see, Jamie Gittins is one player that can offer you different position, but let's see what happens in coming hours. Remember, Dortmund is demanding for 42 million euros. Let's see how Chelsea is going to respond to this. So this is 100% key update on Jamie Gittins' deal so far with Borussia Dortmund. I will keep you updated on how the deal progresses. Let's go. What is your thought on this one? Let me hear from you.